Hello everybody, welcome back to your girl's YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Anitaaa. I don't know how to answer that question. I post a little bit of everything, but essentially this channel is the main slogan that you can see from my homepage is that we are navigating through adulthood, and that is very much on brand for today's video. So I didn't want to just sit down and speak, so I'm gonna do like a young Yana get ready with me while we talk about advice that I would give myself if I was starting uni again, or essentially things I've learned along the way, or things that I wish I would have done sooner, because I feel this is going to be beneficial. I know a lot of my audience, some are in uni or about to go to uni, especially like my juniors that I had in high school. Some of them do watch my YouTube channel, so I think this is something that's going to be edifying for you guys to watch, and just for you to learn as well, and for me to reflect on certain things and how I want to move along. So let's get into it. Let me grab my makeup stuff. I'm going to get my iPad so I kind of get an inspo for the look that we're going to be doing today, and we're going to sit down and spill the tea. Okay, so I'm really hoping the sound is going to work, because if not, I'm just going to do a voiceover, because listen to me, that'll do it. I just picked something simple. This is the look that we're going to be going for. I have a lesson in exactly 1 hour, so let's begin. Okay, I'm going to start with my primer. Sorry guys, I'm going to be looking at my iPad as well, just so I can see my face too. For primer, I'm just going to do, say, 3 drops and the Milk Hydro Grip. So the first thing I really would do is try and get work experience. Any kind of work experience is going to be good, like any kind at all, like just as long as you have something that you can come here and kind of put on your resume. Highly advisable. If you can get work experience in the field that you're trying to get into, that's even better. Like, but at the same time, like things back home, it's like tricky. It's all about your connections. So yeah, connect with people now. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with the primer. So yes, work experience is number 1, and then another thing I would really do is volunteering. Guys, volunteering is, firstly, it's just very fulfilling as an individual. And if you're one of those people who is not like me, because I think it's fulfilling, who's like, ain't nobody got time for that, it's also just a really good thing to have on your resume, especially if you are lacking that work experience. It shows that as an individual, you do care about other things that don't necessarily pertain to your field or to work, essentially. So yeah, that's another thing that I would highly suggest anyone who has the time for that do. The next thing, so if you are watching this and you are in high school, I'm so sorry to my kids, because I am going to do this to them. If you are in high school, please, I implore you to join clubs such as public speaking, debate, or Toastmasters. Why, you may ask? Give me a second. I'm not making much progress with my makeup. Okay, I actually figured this is much easier if I use my mirror, because I also now need to look at the inspo. But why should you join public speaking? In anything that you're going to be doing as an adult, even at university level, almost everything involves being able to present or to speak to people. Now, societies and clubs like public speaking are really going to help you as an individual to develop those, what do you call them, soft skills. We call them soft skills because it's not necessarily like something you can like physically like learn, but it's something that you learn firstly like over time, and it's something that you learn through, you know, doing these things, through public speaking, through the society. So I really think like that's such a good skill to have as an individual. And just even being able to just speak in public, like in general, is just very important as an adult as well. Yeah, to get your point across. Communication is just being able to communicate what you're thinking, because I find a lot of people, especially if you're like me and you're in computer science, there's so many, pardon the noise, there's so many people in tech who are extremely smart, but the thing is, the people that you're going to be speaking to, who are going to be the ones investing in your idea, who are going to be the ones, you know, buying into it, they don't understand tech language. So you need to be able to speak the language of everyone else. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I went ahead and did my eyes off camera because they were getting a little bit too distracting and I did not want to mess them up. So we're moving to the next thing, which is foundation. Okay, the next thing I would really recommend someone gets is first aid certification. Now, even if you are doing or going into a field that doesn't necessarily need any sort of first aid, I just think that this is an essential skill, especially if you're coming here and you do intend on working and studying while you work towards getting a placement in a job that is in your field. A lot of leadership positions within, you know, companies, you kind of need to have that certification, and I genuinely just think it's a good thing to have in case of an emergency. Like, you never really know. I don't have it, but it's something that I do want to have, because in case of an emergency, I do want to be able to be of help or of use in a situation, but at the moment I don't have, you know, that qualification for it. But yeah, and there's some jobs too that will just actually require you to have that. So I do think that that is an important thing to have. The next thing I also want to talk about is any sort of certification that you can get in your field. Now, this is mainly probably gonna cater specifically towards anyone in tech like me. So anything that you can get, like if you want to get into cybersecurity, you know, there's so many courses and things like that are online. Currently, I actually do want to get one of those certificates, but yes, that is work in progress. But if you want me to do another video for that, let me know. Or even if you know or have recommendations on what I can do that would be beneficial to me, like, let me know. I would love to know. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be an interesting take for maybe not people abroad, but people who are still back home and aren't aware of this. But you need to kind of invest in your creative skills so that you will be able to have some source of income when you come here. Right, let me break that down for you. So there's a lot of opportunities. If you haven't been hired yet, there's a lot of different things you can actually do aside from getting a job that are going to bring you income. Some example of things like this that I've seen, and I really encourage you, if you're at home, it's so much cheaper to get training on things like this, or someone to just teach you. Like, please do it. Like, go for it. I beg, you will thank yourself later. But things such as braiding, kunoku guys, okay, especially if you establish yourself, get a good clientele, you make a lot of money. Okay, so there's braiding, there's doing nails, there is cooking. I've seen someone recently started like their own cooking thing, and she like does deliveries and things like that. So there's that as well. Sewing, oh my gosh, you don't have that many people who sew. here. Like, I just know a friend of mine called Shemaine, like, she does it here. I wanted to get into it, but as you can tell from my room, it's pretty full. So we do not have the capacity.
So we don't have the capacity.
Yeah, my room is like super full. I don't have the space to accommodate it, but it is something that I also just personally want to get into, and it's a skill that I think is just very useful to have. So yeah, there's sewing, baking. If you know how to bake, that's also really good. Learning an instrument, so you can end up like playing either at like events or like proposals, or even just like, you know, I think learning instruments as well, when you come here you can find a church and start playing for your church, you know, you never know. Yeah, learning an instrument. Photography is another one that a lot of people make so much money in, so much money, whether you want to be doing like nature photography or what you call it, like people portraits, things like that. Oh, portraits, graduation season, guys, you'll be getting a lot of bag. Videography, leading into photography, another thing that pairs so well with that is makeup, guys. Yeah, makeup is also really good to get into. Sports, if you are talented or just have the discipline to be able to train for a sport, so that there's a lot going on. Hold on, let me fix this. Shout out to those people who do videos with you doing something and speaking, because it requires a lot. It's actually a lot harder than it looks, and I am starting to see that now and appreciate what those people do. But I don't know where I was, but yes, wig installs, creating content, don't add me, being consistent at it. You can really go a long way, end up getting brand deals and things like that, especially if you have the time for it. Like, it's something that I would love to do, but I don't have the time, and I'm also still trying to figure out which niche I would want to specialize in, because I'm a person who enjoys doing a lot of things and I don't like restricting myself to a box. But that being said, the truth of the matter is you kind of have to pick a genre or a brand, create a brand for yourself, and then go with that. So that's something I'm also still trying to navigate. The next thing I wish I knew about, and I wish schools just also taught us in general, is you just need to educate yourself on money. Understand money, understand what budgeting is, because when you come here, if you are like me, probably, I mean, I did kind of have a little bit of work experience back home, but when you get paid here versus what you get paid when you were at home, that is two completely different things. And let me tell you, your paycheck can quickly just evaporate and you wonder, cool, where did that money go? So yes, I would educate myself just on finances, on things like taxes. When you come here, some of your paycheck is going to be taken away. Just kind of understanding how taxes work, what that is, and yeah, just knowing how to handle your money is what I would say is key. And then if you're going to be getting into tech, I would advise you to make a lot of projects. And if you're like me, I'm also still trying to figure out like what projects are good to have, what projects look good on your resume. Honestly, I've come to realize a lot of employers just kind of like to see that outside of school you actually do have your own personal interest in coding and your own personal projects that you are going for, right? So I would highly recommend you do that. And then, right, if you are like me and you had a job during your O break or your A break, I don't remember when I had a job, but it was for a very short period of time, but I did earn some money. Please save that money. Don't spend that money. Like, save it for when you first come here, like when you first come to uni, like everything. I'm not even thinking back to what I probably spent my money on, I don't even think it was like worth it. It was not worth it at all. So if you are back home, like, please, I put too much bronzer, save your money. If you are working, like, trust me, have a mind that just thinks of the future and isn't just always thinking about the now. That's kind of what you need to get yourself into. All right, so save your money that you make during outbreak. And then this is something my mom told me, but because I'm a girl, I didn't believe her. You don't need that many clothes when you come. Like, don't even waste your money and your time buying clothes back home that you're going to be bringing in your suitcases full of clothes. Trust me, that is a waste of money. Please, like, trust me and take it from me. You guys know me, you know how much I shop. Trust me, you don't need it. Even the quality of clothes when you come here is going to be even nicer, and you're going to be thinking like, why did I bring this? Even like some of the clothes we wear, the materials are not going to be warm enough for the winters that you're going to be facing when you're here. So yeah, don't do that to yourself, okay? All right. And then for this last part, I'm going to finish my makeup and then really just sit down with the whole look, because this comes down to you. This is more personal. Okay, I am done with my makeup look now. I think it's kind of close. I'm not going to do lashes and liner because I'm tired. And yes, but for this one, the glasses are coming on because this is big sister talk. Right, and something that is so important when you come to uni is that you know yourself. When you come here, you're going to meet a lot of different people. Some people are going to come from more established backgrounds than probably where you have come from. And if you don't know who you are, you're going to find yourself lost in trying to fit in with them. You're going to find yourself in debt trying to live a lifestyle that is not your reality. For who? For people who are not going to care, who are not going to be there when you're down. So you're going to need to be very smart. If you have the time before university, I think it's very important you sit down with yourself and listen. I understand adulthood is about figuring out who you are, but there should be certain things, at least within yourself, like have your core values that you know and that you've established, that like, these are my non-negotiables. These are, the things that, my parents instilled in me that I personally also want to continue and keep within myself. Because trust me, when you come here, who you are, your character, your personality is going to be tested. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to try to sway. You're going to meet a lot of different kind of people. And if you don't know yourself, you are going to lose yourself. That part is just really important. I know for me, the main thing that has really grounded me is just my faith in God. And that being said, if you're also a Christian, you're going to come here and you're going to go to a lot of different churches. But it's so important that you have your own personal relationship with God. The same Holy Spirit is in all of us. So you should be able to use your discernment and see, okay, is this a place where I feel loved? Is this the place for me? But also don't then get into a habit of just church hopping all the time, because you won't be able to grow and just be involved with the good things, and lastly, ask and you shall receive. I know this is a biblical concept, but this applies in life as well. Ask people for help. Ask your teacher. When you are in a class, do not be shy to raise up your hand. You pay tuition to understand and to get your degree. So don't just try and sit there and be cool like everyone else, thinking that, whatever, no one's raising up their hand. You should just ask, honestly. Like, don't fake understanding in exams. And yeah, and I've said a lot of things and I could say a lot more, but in all this, I hope this helps at least one person. And this is also something for me to reflect upon and kind of think like, oh, okay, these are a lot of things I also kind of need to think about as well. But yes, thank you so much for watching my video. If you found this video valuable, let me know down in the comment section. If there's something you feel like I left out that others should also do, please do add it in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, or even different videos, probably music ones too. But yes, I love you guys, and I hope you have a blessed week. And for those who are going to uni, good luck. You're gonna kill it. Take up space, take up room. You have got this. It's going to be very difficult and depressing and lonely to be away from family, to be away from familiarity, away from everything that you knew. But I promise you, you're gonna get through it, and you're gonna look back and you're gonna be so proud of yourself. And just take it one step at a time. Be involved, go outside, don't just always stay at home, and be safe. Okay, love you guys. Just always do something that your future self is gonna thank you for. Okay, bye. I've said bye like 1,000 times now. Go when you and did you go when you see